discipline. Now, in order for you to even take commands and orders, right, you got to have humility. You got to be disciplined enough to understand, okay, this is a process that the Lord has me going through. This particular lessons I need to learn. And sometimes it's going to be uncomfortable. Sometimes I might receive instruction harsh. Sometimes, instruction going to come however the Lord needed to come for you at that time. A lot of dudes, they come out the world and they're not even used to a masculine presence in the first goddamn place. Yeah. So when they get it from the Lord, which is the most masculine environment you could be in, they feel like something's wrong, something off. They get offended. They want to scoff.
Straight up. Well, and the scriptures say, and it's ultimately a mindset that you're gonna have when you carry the Holy Spirit. Mm-hmm. The scriptures say to submit yourselves one to another, and it says submit yourself to the elder, and then it says submit yourselves one to another. Mm-hmm. So and you have to have your flesh tossed to the side when you come in this thing. You know what I'm saying? And obviously we all come from the world, so we got to be cultivated in the spirit eventually. Yeah. And then that example that you brought earlier before the camera started, mm-hmm. that was a different case. But as you learn to grow and get cultivated in the spirit, you learn to submit yourself one to another and understand that the spirit is in control of all things anyway. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's the bigger picture. And that's humility. The greater thou art, the more humble thyself. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So if you do want to be great through the spirit, we all want to be great. We all want to be in the kingdom. But there's a level of humility that has to be carried with that to get to that level.
You want to say something?
Oh, no, I was about to get a precept.
Somebody could get Proverbs 24 and 3 real quick. And then I want to go into that example with Rehoboam. And we're going to get the example in Numbers as well. Because like you just mentioned, you said, yeah, those men knew what was up. Mm-hmm. They had been doing in Numbers 3. Yeah. When they put up that strange fire, they knew what was up.
They were priests.
So yeah. So once you grow at a certain level in this thing, judgments on you gonna be harsher.
Right.
Because the Lord, like, nigga, you know better. You first come in, you got that nigga residue on you. You gotta get rid of the inner nigga. You got that nigga residue on you. The Lord might wink at a lot of shit. You know what I mean? Show you a little grace. Yeah. But you see men that's been laboring this thing, they know what's up and they do bullshit. Shit happen to them right away. Shit come down the pipe a little different. Yeah.
Heavier. Yeah. It's Proverbs chapter 15, starting verse 32. It says, "He that refuseth instruction despiseth his own soul, but he that heareth reproof getteth understanding." And that's what Jake don't realize. When you stray away from instruction, or you straying away from understanding, you got to get taught how to learn. The way we got brought up in the world is completely different versus the diligence we have to show within this ministry to serve the Heavenly Father, man. That's right. And then it goes into what you're going into, the order, man. Yeah. All right, you have to understand order and the importance of it, man. Mm-hmm. Okay, but it says the fear of the Lord is the fear of the Lord is the instruction of wisdom, and before honor is humility. Back in the pretty sure.
That's it.
Before honor, all right, you have to go through that humiliation stage, so to speak, man.
And I also want to add to your point. When you stray from the instruction, you also straying away from the protection that the Lord is giving you. The Lord offers a protection on all of our lives through the instruction that He gives us. And when you push that to the side, you open for attack, spiritual and carnal. You see? Okay, I asked for.
I got it.
Okay,
Proverbs 24:3.
24:3.
Okay.
Come.
This is Proverbs chapter 24 and verse 3. Through wisdom is an house builded, and by understanding it is established.
Verse 4.
Verse 4. And by knowledge shall the chambers be filled with all precious and pleasant riches.
Mm-hmm. So a part of the building, man, you got instruction is involved in that. Instruction we're building. We always talk about, hey man, watch how you're building. Again, there's a lot of people with fringes on that are not keeping in mind how they're building. You got dudes who put all these gimmicks in the forefront of their ministry, and the people that they're bringing in, the energy that they're pushing out is making this thing about something else. You got people trying to mix this thing of ours with black culture. Are you keeping in mind how you're building when you're mixing black culture with this spiritual thing of ours? No. You got high priest Crips. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Nigga, I forgot. The same nigga compared, the different camps to gang banging. You're mixed. Nigga? I was so like just irritated. This nigga make me itch whenever he talk. You know, but yeah, you read that again. Proverbs 24:3.
God.
I know you got something.
Proverbs chapter 24 again, and verse 3. It says, through wisdom is an house builded, and by understanding it is established.
Okay, so I want to get that. You're gonna get your precept, but after we read that, I want to segue in the example with Rehoboam to show you when you disregard that wisdom. You had something too. When you disregard, okay, come. So when you disregard that wisdom, look at the consequences that can unfold when you disregard it. All right, you got it, Sean. You got a precept, man.
Oh yeah, Con, I'll bring this out really quick. You know, this is 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 7. And it says, and the Apostle Paul is using examples of the instrument right here, you know, but we want to make sure that, you know, we're all giving the same sound. You know what I'm saying? As you're going into your lesson right now, that's an unfamiliar sound.
Yeah.
You know, but 1 Corinthians 14 and 7, it says, and even these things without life give sound, whether pipe or harp, except they give a distinction in the sound. How shall it be known what is piped or harp? For if the trumpet give an uncertain sound, who shall prepare himself to the battle? You know, so it's just pretty much, again, being in order. You know what I'm saying? If you're not in order, then you can come off as that unfamiliar sound and that strange sound, and that can get the whole squad killed. Because he used the trumpet as an example for the battle. And if it's soldiers coming in from an invading city and you playing, you know, the Sabbath sound, people gonna think it's the Sabbath and rest. But really, you get ready to be pillaged and destroyed because of that sound that's made, that unfamiliar sound. You know, so gotta be in order, because if you ain't in order, that can get the whole squad wet. You know,
got blood on your hands, you're going to uncertain sound.
That's right, bro.
Yeah, you just made everybody relax in the time of danger.
When they're supposed to be, you know, ready. Come on, man. But the closer we get to the threshold of the kingdom being established, we're seeing more and more examples of that.
That's right.
Like damn near every day. All right, so now we can get the example with Rehoboam. You know, I think you can start at the top. Yeah, go find a good spot and just start from there.
This is the book of 1 Kings chapter 12 and verse 2. And it came to pass when Jeroboam the son of Nebat was yet in Egypt heard of it, for he was fled from the presence of King Solomon and Jeroboam dwelt in Egypt, that they sent and called him, and Jeroboam and all the congregation of Israel came and spake unto Rehoboam, saying, your father has made our yoke grievous, therefore make thou the grievous service of thy father and his heavy yoke which he put upon us lighter, and we will serve thee.
Yeah, man, lighten up the load for us, you know. It's a change of power, you know, we're gonna serve you.
Right.
You know what I mean? We still down with you, but you know, make our lives a little bit easier. We family. You know what I mean? So let's hey, Shalom. So continue reading.
Verse 5, and he said unto them, depart yet for 3 days, then come again unto me, and the people departed.
Right, so he's on the right track. He said, let me think about it. Let me get some counsel, right? Because that's the orderly thing to do. Let me get some counsel first before I make a decision. And they was cool with that. They were like, that makes sense. Cool, we'll be back in 3 days. You know, so go ahead, brother.
Verse 6, and King Rehoboam consulted with the old men that stood before Solomon his father while he yet lived, and said, how do ye advise that I may answer this people?
Now he consulted with the old man that was before, you know, Solomon was tripping in his old age, right? But imagine all the wisdom and things they had got insight into serving under Solomon.
When he was in his prime.
Right.
Yeah, when he was in his prime.
You think these men don't have any wise counsel from on high to give you?
Exactly.
Think about it. Go ahead. You can go
I was
ahead.
about to say but there was that to not only hear the counsel but see the examples. For example, when you had the 2 women with the child, they was there to see it. You know, they said at Solomon's table, like they was there to hear the inside scoop of his thoughts. You know, so they was there. They experienced it.
That was the main part of his fame was his wisdom.
Right. Yeah, so you know about off the rip, these men was on a high level. So he on the right track. Let's see what the old man had to say. Let's see what the aged man had to say.
Verse 7, and they spake unto him, saying, if thou wilt be a servant unto this people this day, and will serve them and answer them, and speak good words to them, then they will be your servants forever.
Boom. Hey, you take the load today, it's gonna benefit you in the long run. In the long run, what the scripture say? What can somebody get a prudent man foresee of evil? You know what I mean? Yeah, they understood. They thought about how the ending of a thing. So they're giving them the right counsel right here. Read it again while that brother find the precept.
Then they spake unto him, saying, if thou wilt be a servant unto this people this day, and will serve them and answer them, and speak good words unto them, then they will be thy servants forever.
Then they will be thy servants forever. Wise counsel, right? Now you got yours over there, brother? The proverb?
Yeah, I'm looking for it right
I
now.
got it.
Whoever got it.
22 and 3.
Whoever got it.
Yeah,
Whoever got it.
22.
Whoever got it
I
correct.
read it. This Proverbs 22 and 3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished.
All right, now I want you to jump down with the example Rehoboam. We're going to see whose counsel he took because he got counsel from another. Let's see which one he decided to go with.
So you want me to jump down?
Yeah, wherever it's at. It might be, you might just need to keep reading. It's fine.
Oh yeah, kind of. The next verse, verse 8. But he forsook the counsel of the old man which they had given him, and consulted with the young man that was grown up with him and was stood before him.
Now, this young man know more. Like what? Y'all grew up together. Y'all on the same, you know what I mean? What the hell is you seeking counsel from him? But he didn't hear the answer he wanted, wanted. So he finna go with this nigga, who's clearly a nigga. All right, but go ahead, brother, you got it.
And he said unto them, no. Verse 10. No, it's slightly, verse 9. And he said unto them, what counsel give ye me, that we may answer these people who have spoken to me, saying, make the yoke which thy father did put upon us lightly. Verse 10. And the young men that were grown up with him spake unto him, saying, thus shalt thou speak unto this people that spake unto me, saying, thy father made our yoke heavy, and maketh thou lighter unto us. Thus shalt thou say unto them, my little finger shall be thicker than my father's loin.
No, he want to seem like the big G. Yeah, I'm finna let these niggas know about me. Yeah, like a prideful spirit. So he took that disorderly counsel, and what did that all lead to, brothers? What did this decision lead to? The split. Nigga, fuck everything up. We had 40 years apiece, and you just threw that shit all down the drain.
Because you chose to not order.
I got a precept.
Both of y'all got one.
Sirach 10 and 21, it says, the fear of the Lord goeth before the obtaining of authority, but roughness and pride is the losing road. You got that.
Yeah, that's we just read a perfect example of that. He didn't use wisdom. He got offered the wisdom. It's Jake that comes to this truth, and they got all these examples on how to walk orderly and how it can be beneficial to their life. But they choose to do something else. So
especially when you have men that have experience and who could tell they walked and traveled that path you're going down.
Yeah. The same as those aged men that he got counsel from.
Yeah.
They knew damn well, like, hey, bro, we know for sure the decision you should make.
Yeah, they had in the bag.
Like, we're not guessing. I'm not guessing.
Hearing that counsel would have saved Israel's whole situation.
Come on.
Taking heed to wisdom.
Yeah, you got it.
You even see that in modern times, though, with, like a lot of these groups, they camp leaders is the likes of BOW, the young guy, Yarazan, what is Sharian? But the WFI Israelites, the head is Nikon, with his young man who's been in just a couple of years.
Is that Adam Abbott?
Yeah, Adam
Yeah.
Abbott.
Okay, all right. I was
But
just
you
trying to
have,
figure out what you're
groups
talking about.
who listen and get counsel from younger men who really haven't been around. Man, this brother Asma was talking today. We were just saying how we was blessed just being a counsel of men who've been experienced because they tell us what not to do, what to do. You have men who haven't even been around, they don't even know the ropes of it. But that's the same thing. They haven't really been around.
Yeah.
They grew up with Rehoboam.
Come on. That's right. and they choosing that counsel. Now, our apostles and elders told us 1,000 times, we ain't got no business debating these niggas. They want to come talk, they can come stand in front of us.
Right, yeah. If I may, that's the thing too, because you have elders and apostles actually spitting knowledge and dropping knowledge about it, but they don't want to take heed. And again, it's going into the lack of experience, like you're saying right there. They think they got it.
Yeah.
I do got a quick one, real quick though. This is Sirach chapter 8, verse 8. It says, despise not the discourse of the wise, but acquaint thyself with their proverbs. For of them thou shalt learn instruction and how to serve great men with ease. So that's how you become great in the spirit, just by taking heed to what these men are saying. You know, and being brothers, you know, being surrounded by brothers, and that's a constant flow of information and wisdom that's being given. You know, you got those great men around you. I mean, shoot, that's how you grow.
Yep. And sometimes the advice they give you, it doesn't match with how you think it should go with your flesh. But when it's all said and done, you're like, damn, he was right.
That's the account he was just reading about Jeroboam, Rehoboam.
Yeah.
That's right.
He didn't get the counsel he wanted, so let me go talk to a nigga.
And it had to be such a prideful thing. Again, those men sat with Solomon his whole tenure. Don't you didn't think that, oh, these men, they know what they're talking about. They're speaking from experience.
Right. That's right. Absolutely.
All right, so that's all I want. You got some more on that?
Yeah, I got one more verse on.
Yeah, I think Shapar had one, right? You have one, Shapar? Okay.
Yeah, he read.
No,
his,
it was you.
Okay. So this is verse 9. It says, miss not the discourse of the elders, for they also learned of their fathers. And of them thou shalt learn understanding, and to give answer as need required. You know, just to add to that, if I may, you know, the scriptures say that we've entered into other man's labors. You know, so these are men that are experienced in this labor, and they can give wise counsel on how you can do your labors. You know, and there's more to it, of course. If you don't take heed to that, it's really foolish.
Yeah.
You know, you kind of shoot yourself in the foot doing that. You know,
You trying to figure out, you know, how to build a house. You never did it before.
never did it before.
But you got an architect. You do this. You got to make sure you can do this to the foundation. It's fucked up. It ain't gonna work. And you like, I'll figure it out myself. I got it. That's what this nigga did. That's what a lot of people with fringes on do.
That's right.
All right. Now you had something else more. Where you go?
Actually, had the same verse the Free Shahar had, but I got it in
G&T. Yeah.
This
I had a feeling you had the same verse hell. Yeah.
This Sirach chapter 8, I'm gonna start at verse 8, pointing, well, both verses 8 and 9. It says in the G&T, do not disregard what the wise have said. Study their proverbs. From them you can learn to be cultured and to serve great people. Pay attention to what old people say. They learn from those who came before them. You can learn from them, and they can teach you how to have an answer ready when you need one.
You got it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, you already broke it down.
Yeah. We went into it. Now you got to think. When Solomon was coming on the throne, what was his mindset? Give me a wise and understanding heart so I can judge this so great a people. He was ready to walk orderly. Again, order is a protection from destruction. You don't realize the whole world, this is Jacob versus the world. Everybody's against us. Don't you want protection on this spiritual battlefield? Right? So with that,
I got one real quick.
Cool.
This is now remember Alazar brought out that the apostle should retire.
Yeah, I remember that.
Now when you get Numbers the 8th chapter, there were certain duties that the priest would, as far as sacrificial duties, laborers duties that they will retire from. But peep how it goes. This is the book of Numbers the 8th chapter in the 23rd verse in the NLT. The Lord also instructed Moses, this is the rule the Levites must follow. They must begin serving in the tabernacle at the age of 25, and they must retire at the age of 50. After retirement, they may assist their fellow Levites by serving as guards in the tabernacle. So they're basically advising the younger.
Right.
All right.
Counselor, what's the word Apostle Rakai used? A counselor.
Yeah.
Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
That's it. That's it. That's it. So they still assist.
That's about it, man. I'm retired, so I need it.
Yeah. See, but they were still, you know what I'm saying? Because the sacrifice that, like even on the Day of Atonement, they talk about it. You got to be strong to get, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the sacrificial aspect was for the younger men,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? The hard labor. But at 50, like it would be like chill from that. But you still officiating them on how to conduct certain services, and you know what I'm saying?
And they gonna seek that because they're like, there's certain things I haven't encountered before. I may have read about it. It's a difference between reading you ever try to put some shit together without the manual. It's a difference between even reading something and somebody to be in there that knows how to do it. It's a complete difference. So why wouldn't you take that counsel, man? And that's gonna get a lot of Jake killed because they follow behind people who are walking in that disorderly mindset.
Man, I was just thinking about that earlier, man. Like, you know, man, like these heads that's over these people, man. You know, I think that's why I thank God for the apostles, man. Thank God about Shemel Shah for the apostles, because these heads over these people, they're gonna really get a lot of people killed, man. And a lot of people that know they Israel, they're gonna get a lot of people that know they Israel killed. You know?
Hey.
Did you see the video? I did a video on it. We did a video on it before we got here. You saw the video Apostle Tahar put up? Apostle Tahar wasn't on the video, but he put it up on his page. You know, y'all know his Apostle Tahar page. With the video, he got some nigga, he's one of them other Israelite groups. At first I said, that's that ISUPK, but no, I know it's not them, because they don't get along, UPK and IUIC. I'm gonna show y'all, I'll show you. Basically, the dude was like, yo, that's some little weasel looking nigga, right? You know, he's an Israelite dude in one of them other camps. Yo, we brought them in our school.
Oh, they took a picture.
We took a picture together.
Oh,
yeah, they took a picture.
That was Believers in the Way. That happened a while back, though, right?
That was like 2 years ago.
It was early. It was
No, that was this year.
Yeah, it was early. Yeah.
Okay, well, I was on 5 months in today.
They got mad that IUIC told them to take the picture down.
Yeah. So that shows you. But you know what? I was mad at the dude. Believers in the Way, whatever the fuck they are. They simple-minded niggas too, man. Because why y'all even fucking with them? Y'all doing your own thing. Y'all got your own camp, your own school, church, whatever. If you got faith in the Lord, just do your own thing. Like fuck all that kumbaya shit, man.
Yeah, he wanted to show the nation. And that dude's a young man. I got this real quick for you. This is 1 Timothy 3:6 in the NLT. An elder must not be a new believer. And a lot of these new dudes like to get that title, elder, you know what I'm saying? Because he might become proud and the devil will cause him to fall.
Yeah, that's it. They don't know the full parameters of even being in that position. You know, when you're in a leadership position, bro, that's a stressful, energy draining, because you're responsible. You're watching for the souls of other men.
You don't get to ease your mind.
Yeah.
It's still experience you have to go through.
Yeah, it was designed for you to sub first. You know, that's why Sirach 2, when I come to serve the Lord, prepare thyself for temptation. Because coming into the truth, you're already a leader over who? The people that's coming in after you. You know, even on the lowest level, you're a leader, and you're just being refined into a better leader your whole walk in the truth. You know? But yeah, man, like a lot of these young guys, they don't have the experience to lead other men, you know, and then while they're leading other men, they're teaching them more mistakes than growth.
Yeah.
That's what I'm about. How long you been in the truth?
Man, shit. I don't even know. From
16,
2007.
17 years?
From 2007 to now is how long?
I'm not good with math.
17 years. 18 years.
18.
Man, so how long you been in the truth?
The same. I came in.
17. They all came around the same time.
Yeah.
Y'all were young men coming in. Older men, y'all it happened that way because we wasn't out here with y'all. Y'all saw us on the internet. And then y'all, we endorse y'all to teach. So y'all had to kind of, back when the artist formerly known was here, and blah, 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 and then you had the same situation out there. Y'all had to be put in a situation where y'all had to become, and y'all were young men. Right? You were young dudes coming in, right?
Yep.
So y'all had no choice. Y'all can say, the Spirit brought brothers together that we got to go out and teach. And for y'all, it was, what they say, on the fly.
Yeah. Learning on the fly.
Y'all was learning on the fly. You, Ariella, you know what I'm saying? All the, the other brothers that was there, y'all just learned Bonsa Pot and that brothers came along later. But y'all was learning on the fly. Same with y'all, on the fly. But then y'all grew into y'all positions. A lot of turmoil and hell and...
Yeah, some people they want to skip the nourishment aspect. They want to skip the titty, which is the sincere milk, and jump straight to being an adult. And then ultimately, you don't have the experience. You don't have the, not granted, the Lord could put the Spirit on anyone, but there's a method to how you become a leader. You know?
Yeah, and the scriptures say meat belongs to them that are full of age. So if you just come into the truth and you a leader, you a babe. How you ain't even eating meat yet. You don't even have a full understanding of what's going on. You know, so of course if you start your own group or whatever, then you're gonna be the top guy, but you know, you're not an elder. You know what I'm saying? You just a brother that's working your way up the ranks. You know, people that title shit, that wanting the title shit, it's gonna get a lot of people destroyed because you're leading off with pride. You know, when you come to serve the Lord, you're supposed to come in humility. You know, like a lot of people, they oh yeah, I know I'm this right, I know a few scriptures. Yeah, I'm gonna bring these people in. But you don't have the experience, man. And then you bring these guys in, and the toil of working with other men, you know, it becomes a situation to where you're not leading them the right way. Either you're trying to be cool with everybody, trying to be PC with everybody, you know, and not rebuking them, or you being an over what is it?
Overbearing, lording over.
Yeah. Yeah, lording over men. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to establish some power. You know what I'm saying? That you haven't earned yet.
Yep.
You know,
taking your self-esteem issues and out on and using the truth as a means to deal with it.
Your relationship issues, your personal life.
Issues.
Well, one nigga come to mind chiefly, Chief High Priest Alizé.
Yeah.
Okay, him. That demon.
He got issues. He got issues with male authority.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
Israelite male authority. Because Jacob listened to Esau. But that's his issue. You can see.
Oh, straight up and down. He got all kind. He got mama issues.
Yep.
Daddy issues. He got issues with himself because he's so light skinned. You know what I mean? He look like an Arab. But that's that. He's a prime example.
Right.
He's a prime. They're more, but he's a prime.
And they use that low self-esteem or whatever issue they have to fulfill it, but now so on the right-hand side, so-called, and they being tacky. And the Lord is eventually gonna deal with it, man.
Oh, God.
So their agenda isn't to forward the will of the husband. It's to forward their own shit. If you come in this thing and your main motivation is to be the man, the Lord gonna expose your ass because you're not about what He about.
Yeah.
So that's a point that's been reoccurring that we've been bringing up. You have one?
Okay. Hebrews chapter 5 verse 13 to 14. For everyone that uses milk is unskillful in the word of righteousness, for he is a babe. But strong meat belongeth to them that are full age, even those who by reason of use have their senses exercised to discern both good and evil.
May I say this too? Now we know that's something about the scriptures, right? The meat, the strong meat, we know that's something about heavy understanding of the scriptures, right?
Right.
But there's more to that too. You know, milk, like, you know, brothers that's just coming in the truth, you still learning, right? But also, just to add, another thing that's added to that, that's also dealing with experience. Apostle Gabal always says that. Y'all know that. Nothing beats experience, man. Right? You know what I mean? Right? Nothing experience. Along with knowing the scriptures, understanding them scriptures, experience and, bro, catching hell. That's all a part of that too. That strong meat is the scriptures, but it's that strong hell that comes along with it. Different things happening to you in your life, man. You know what I mean? Catching pure fucking hell.
That's Sirach 2.
Yeah,
Sirach 2.
Right,
Man, hey, that's the spirit. I was just quoted before the brother came in. He came back right here.
You brothers understand? Like some of you younger brothers that's coming up in this thing, in the camp here, you know, right? Because this is where we are right now. Some of you younger brothers, real talk. Some of you brothers, we got brothers as officers. In this camp, boy, to become an officer in this camp, boy, you gotta be prudent, man. That's a hard hustle. you guys that have that rank in this camp. So these elders ain't playing. Why? Because of experience. Because they done already been down that road with different niggas coming and going, and certain niggas was getting put in there too quick. So it's a learning thing.
Mm-hmm.
You brothers that are soldiers, you know, don't feel no kind of way, man. Like you know, me and the elder Yeshua one body was heavy last night at the camp, but camp last night was the bomb, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I never we was talking about at the camp after we saluted out, and I don't know if I said it, I don't remember if I mentioned it to him or he mentioned it to me. We was talking, I said, yo man, you know what? Because you know, we got, you know, we have delegates in town, the elder D-Mesh, the elder Yagadam, you know what I mean? And you know, brothers, you know, you brothers coming from Houston, Apostle Ron Love was here. So I was like, and camp was so spiritual and heavy. So I was like, yeah, man, you know what, brother, tomorrow, man, maybe we have all the brothers come. Because it's going to be spiritual. And, you know, like maybe we just make, fuck it, let's tell everybody to come.
Yeah.
You know, and then we talked about it, and he said, okay, we're going to do it, you know? And that's why you, the younger brother, you know, usually we have y'all come once a month. But, hey, man, you brothers don't, like, I'm not saying y'all are, but I'm just throwing it out there in the spirit, man. Don't worry about becoming a fucking officer, man. Okay? Hold down your positions. Just, hey, man, worry about where you at and just, yo, strive for the mastery, man. Just worry about being happy where you at, man.
Well, the Lord will exalt you in due time.
Come on.
What the brother's going into is order. The order is coming in as a servant. The men that get raised up, because, man, everything happens, is orders from the heaven that get carried out through spiritual men. So we see the men that are in a position, okay, all this brother do is serve. All this brother is take care of his obligations through the spirit. He's always, hey, that brother's showing he needs to be raised up in rank. Not the man who's seeking preeminence.
Right. So anybody else have something before we go to Matthew the 25th chapter? You got it. You got it.
Just to land back off of what the apostle was saying, this is Ecclesiastes 1:18. For in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increases knowledge increases sorrow.
Yeah.
So just, you know, going into what he said, you know, the saying in the world, you know, if you're too big for your britches, you know, trying to fit shoes that are too big for you. Ultimately, you know, you have to take steps. You can't skip over certain stuff, you know, and you know, it's like anything else. Like growing up, like a child, everything else. It's like you have to pace yourself. You know, you could get yourself in a situation like you said, you wind up, you know, being in a situation of getting a brother injured, or you know, being in a situation that's going to be detrimental to you or the body or even the ministry at that point. So you just have to be mindful of what you're doing.
Yeah, you got men. All right, take this into account. There's certain things our apostles went through, elder men in this room went through, and it wasn't even for their sakes.
Yeah.
It was for the younger brothers that's coming in. They could get counsel from men that actually went through what they're going through. They can say, hey, brother, I'm talking from experience. I'm not guessing. Don't do this shit, because this, and that's going to happen. Right?
I remember Elder Ariana brought this out to some brothers a while back, as far as you being a brother that's counseling a younger brother. You know what I'm saying? Because like you just said, we go through things so that everybody can benefit from it. You know what I'm saying? So Ariella, when he's talking to a brother, he'll be like, okay, that same thing happened to me. This is how I felt. This is what I did. You know what I'm saying? And he's giving you a step-by-step of how he grew in that particular situation. You know? And he was in the spirit when he was going into that. Because to this day, I still do that. Because, bro, I know where you're coming from, bro. I get it. This is why, you know what I'm saying? And then you explain step by step how it go. And then before you know it, you're going to be doing that for somebody else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I remember being tied to the hip with Sha'ar. I remember being tied to the hip with Tazama. I remember being tied to the hip with Micah Allah, all the brothers. You know what I'm saying? And they done seen my dirty draws too. It ain't like I was perfect in none of that. You know what I'm saying? So listen to what's being said. You learning these things so you can teach these things. You know what I'm saying? And you can't teach these things until you learn them and live by it. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell you to do something. That's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna tell you to do something I haven't done.
Right.
I'm not gonna advise you on something. If I don't got no experience on that, I'm gonna point you to a brother that do. But we all learning all these things so we can continue to build each other up. You know what I'm saying? That's what this is all about.
Got a quick precept for you, real quick. This is 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 10. And it says, therefore, I endure all things for the elect's sake. And this is the Apostle Paul writing a letter to Timothy, who was being prepped up to be a leader of a church, a bishop. You know, so he's saying what everybody's saying right now. Look, you're going to have to endure all things. That way, these brothers can be built up in the faith. So it says, therefore, I endure all things for the elect's sake, that they also may obtain the salvation which is in Mashiach, Yahushua, with eternal glory. So it comes to having to endure whatever comes your way, you know, because again, certain things might not even be meant for you. It might be meant for the next person to go through it. And you got to feel it to give that experience or advice with it, you know?
That's just like John 17.
That's why it's important to focus on how you react to a situation than the hurt that comes with it. You know, because people around you are watching you go through it, so they're also watching how you react. Are you overreacting? Because they're going to mimic you.
They're trying to see how to react.
That's just like when the Lord prayed, just like to back up what you were just saying, Sha'ar, the Lord prayed in John 17 for the disciples to have what it takes to get to the end, and the people that come behind them to be able to do it too. And we the people that come behind them.
It's like raising children, real talk. It's like raising children. Hey, man, you brothers that are leaders, man, basically the men under you are like your children. You know, they're like your children, man. You know, that's why, let's say, for instance, the so-called black community today, as they always say, right, all these influencers and these different people, right, yeah, man, the black community is effed up, man, because the single, you know, what they call it, single mother, single parent home, but it is true, it's the truth, right? Not just boys, girls too.
Right, they're mimicking how they see their mother react. They do that out in the world. And that shit that leads.
The black woman, we got to get on the black woman, right? But all these but in a way, it is kind of sad because all these little ratchet Keishas and Big Shirleys or whatever, they never stood a chance. They never stood a chance. So really, it's really not their fault. Their behavior is not their fault. It's the mother. Look on YouTube and look at all them videos of the cops rolling up on these little niggas in the streets. And then the cops, right, they grab these little stupid niggas acting crazy, got them hemmed up in the police car, and then who come out? Some Big Shirley or Keisha arguing with the cops. My child is not a problem child. Boom, this problem right there.
You see where it comes from.
You see where it comes from. Not every black child, some Big Shirley screaming at the cops. And then the cops would knock her upside the head and arrest her ass, right?
Then everybody marching.
Yeah, everybody marching. But you see, but it's a learned behavior. That's the only reason I brought that up. It's a learned behavior. So, I spoke on that. So is the shepherd, so is the sheep. So, when you bring it to the truth, if you got a camp, let's say if we had a GMS camp that's out of order, right? The first people we're gonna look at is the leaders of the camp. Now, some crazy shit. I mean, don't get me wrong. You can have good leadership, but you just got certain crazy niggas in here. I'm talking about GMS. Come on, y'all know how many dudes had to get kicked out or suspended, and sometimes Satan jump on brothers and it might be good leadership, the camp leader, right? But maybe this particular Jake had personal issues that brothers didn't know about, and went out and did some crazy shit, right? But for the most part, it don't work that way. More when shit all kind of you hear them reports and them brothers over there, yo man, you know what I mean? We gotta look at the leadership first, man.
But Apostle, if the leadership is given the right directions, doing the right thing, but it's the certain of the followers that ain't following it, you know, it don't really fall on the leadership all the time. But it does fall on the leadership as far as making sure either you gotta suspend that guy, or you might have to consider getting rid of him. It might just be a bad seed. You know, because if you're doing your job, you know, it's just like can't nobody say that we ain't set the right examples. You know, that we ain't tell brothers the right thing to do. Show them the scriptures, show them how to, conduct themselves. You know, but if you don't follow that, that guideline, then that falls on you. And eventually you just might be that bad seed. I'm not saying you, brother. You know, I just happen to be pointing at you, you know. You be like, damn.
This is Ezekiel 13:4, the NLT. Then if those who hear the alarm refuse to take action, it is their own fault they died. They heard the alarm but ignored it, so the responsibility is theirs.
That's my Ezekiel 33?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what NLT?
Yeah, yeah. And it's talking about, you know, warning in the sense of prophecy, but ultimately that's a leader.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, he gave you the instruction, he gave you the but you didn't take heed, so that's on
It's
you.
only so much you could do.
It's only
That's why eventually you gotta consider this guy gotta go.
Yeah.
You know, now you might be really cool with that brother.
Yeah.
But remember what the scriptures say, you know, if that right eye offend thee, pluck it out. That right arm offend thee, pluck it out. It's better for you to go into the kingdom halt and maiden than to go in whole and be destroyed. You know? Because if you have a bad seed in the camp, you're gonna corrupt everybody else.
Yeah.
And because you love that brother so much, you're willing to sacrifice the whole camp over him?
No. Or even suspension.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you might have to, hey man, like, hey man, Elder D, I ain't trying to put you on the spot.
No.
This elder right here went through some shit.
I
He
love
ain't a
that
bad
story.
seed. This brother's a man of the Lord. And I believe this brother.
Oh yeah.
And y'all know this is my road dog. This is my partner, right? I love this brother to death. This is a few years back. You know, he went through some troubles in the camp or whatever. And I guess the other day, you know, they had to suspend this brother.
Yeah.
Right? But they came to me with it. I know Bishop, this is when I was back up top. I know Bishop Nazak and some of the other elder bishops. So, yeah, man, D-man, you got to get suspended. And pretty much I had to be they came to me to confirm it, right? So I pretty much, I had to sign up on it.
Yeah.
Like if I would have said, nah, brother, no, they wouldn't have, wouldn't have suspended him.
Yeah.
But they explained it to me, I was like, yo, it broke my heart, but I was like, yeah, man, you're suspended that.
Yeah. Hey, I love that story because man, I was overwhelmed. I was like, man, I was truly, I needed that time to myself. So like, you know, because you bog down, you're looking at everybody else, but your self-work, your house is falling, you know, your house is falling in, but you're trying to fix everybody else's house. Sometimes you gotta work. You need time to work on yourself, man.
Catch that beam out of that eye first.
Yeah, the Lord will isolate you if you get to the point where you're not working on yourself.
The Lord will ice you.
Ice.
He raising up judges.
Yeah.
We learning how to be judges.
Yeah,
so if you can't judge a small situation, you're not gonna be able to judge a big situation.
Yeah.
And throughout this body, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, so many situations have come up that we've been delivered from to where it boosts us even more. And that same thing is gonna happen to everybody in this walk. You know what I'm saying? Everybody still learns something every day.
Yeah, I love that story. He was like, nah,
I want y'all to look at the
I love that story. It made me better. That situation, it made me better, bro. Like it made me a better brother, a better leader. You know what I'm saying? It made me really, you know, watch my steps more, man. So hey, I remember I came to New York and told you, man. I said, man, the water, you know, for suspending me, man, because you know, sometimes you need a moment.
And that was the last brother I wanted to have to suspend.
Hey, be like that sometimes.
Suspend, man. It hurt me, man. I felt some kind of way, but I had to do it.
Yeah, and then that is
You
a
know
thing
what
of
I mean?
growth.
Yeah.
You know, it's a growth. You know, because the scriptures say what? Rebuke a wise man, he will become yet wiser.
Right.
So if you are a man of the Lord and you get suspended or you get rebuked or whatever, you're going to consider, you know, okay, well, what am I doing wrong? Okay, how can I fix it?
Right.
Because if you don't consider it, guess what? The next step is out that door.
Yeah, and let a brother smite me. It should be a kindness unto me, because you rather for a brother to rebuke you than the Lord get to your head.
Facts.
When the Lord get to you, hey, the head's gonna roll.
Damn, look. But y'all think we all haven't been through it? And shit, bro, years ago. Still back in the 90s, at least twice Apostle Tahar took my rank. You know, but I deserved it. But I got it back.
Yeah, I did.
You know what I mean? Because y'all know, I was wilding the fuck out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hey, there's been many times I've been on that goddamn roast, that spit.
Man.
Just, you know, like, damn. You know, just rolling, you know, just going round and round.
Man.
Rotisserie.
You know, like 2 seconds away from the flames.
It was one particular night. I ain't gonna go into details. Me and Apostle Kabod, we came laid into this brother.
Oh yeah.
This apostle. We looked like he was on the couch. Yeah, we came and laid into him, man. You know, over a situation.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But he took it.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm talking about like, I mean, just digging in like, damn.
Man.
Mercy, goddamn. But you know,
that was many years ago, back in the 90s, man. These stories are from the 90s.
Yeah, but you know it was necessary. See, sometimes, you know, you get to a point, you could baby a guy, right? And then he'll kind of come around, but then he'll still be doing the same shit. Or you can get in his ass, you know, and then he'll become better. But if you baby somebody, what does Scripture say about coddling your child?
Oh yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
you're gonna bring it to
spoiled.
shame.
Yep.
You know, you can't do that. Sometimes you got to be hard and firm, but at the same time, you got to know who to be hard with and who to be medium with, who to be, you know, play kid gloves with. It all depends on the situation and the spirit of the man that you're dealing with.
Discernment.
Hey, like that movie Excalibur, was it?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Remember he said he never learned to read the hearts of men.
Yeah.
You know?
Who the Pendragon?
You got to know who you have in your camp.
Yeah.
You know what spirit you're dealing with. And you know by interactions, okay, I can be hard on this brother, but on this brother I gotta, you know, take it a little easy.
Cut the lights.
Yeah, cut on the lights. Why you don't want to cut the lights? Don't cut on the lights.
Yeah, this is around the time when the demons start coming out.
Oh shit.
Hey, now, let me ask you one about in a few minutes. Me, you, and Apostle Rambod, you know, we're gonna leave these brothers and make a little move in the back.
Yes, sir.
You know, I mean, if you want to, it's flowing in here.
Yeah, it's hot.
It's hot in here, so in a way we can stay. I mean,
Nah, it's whatever. It's whatever.
now you know what, man? The spirit is flowing. We'll play by the spirit.
Con, you wanted Matthew 25 and 7?
Yeah, we're gonna get to Matthew 25 and 7. We also gonna get the example in Numbers 3.
Right.
All right, because we're gonna do a compare and contrast of walking orderly and walking disorderly, and what's the end of both choices that you make. We already got the example with Rehoboam. He took the counsel from his homeboy over the man that sat at Solomon's table. So you saw what happened to him. What happened to the whole nation because of his ass? Split, right? So Matthew 25, and you pick a good spot, but I wanted that word trim in verse 7.
All right, this is the.
I'm kind of feeling the spirit in here, like.
Con. Yep, this is Matthew 25 and 7. Then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps.
All right, these the virgins that was in the upright spirit. Now they trimmed their lamps, man. All right, we want to be a part of those upright virgins. Now you look up that word trim, you know.
Yep, it's cosmeo. It says to put in order, to arrange, make ready. The bride had made herself ready. Revelation 19.
You know that word cosmetic, that's where you get the word cosmetics.
Cosmetic, like she beautifying herself.
Yeah.
That's tough.
And then the cosmetics or the face painting, so to speak, is the scriptures. You know, you got different scriptures. You know how the scriptures speak about the armor, the helmet, the shield, you know, and all of that. That's all part of it. And, you know, it's food, it's drink, it's you know, it's adornments, shields, weapons. It's all part of the scriptures.
Yep.
Yeah, if I can get to my weapons.
Yep.
That's an inside joke.
The
I
bride.
went to this man's army because I wanted to see how bad he was.
Yep. Because the bride is she's making herself ready, bathing in the oils. The oil is the truth as well. She's basically making herself to where she's fit to be received of her husband. You know?
Remember the women back then, 12 months. I'm sorry, brother. Remember back then, 12 months, they had to be bathed before they be presented before the king.
That's crazy. The root word is cosmos. That we for the world,
which is world organization. You know, an organization, an arrangement.
The bride.
So you can have different cosmos, but what cosmos did the Lord die for? The cosmos of Israel. No?
Yep. It says cosmeo, to put in order, arrange, make ready, prepare, ornament, adorn, metaphorically, to embellish with honor, gain honor.
That's what I want, to embellish with honor and to gain honor. All right? The Lord likens us unto his woman, right? What's the purpose of your wife? She's your helpmate. She's supposed to forward your will in the earth. A lot of guys come in the truth, they're not thinking about forwarding the will of God.